These are things you didn't know about Lego. Starting with, did you know that Lego was actually not the company's original name? See, back in 1932, when Olker Christensen founded Lego, he wanted the company to be named Legot, which is Danish for play well. However, this didn't work because Lego was making toys, so he wanted to change the name to be something that rolled off the tongue a bit better. So in 1934, the Legot name was eventually changed to Lego. But he knew what he was doing all along, because if you translate the Danish name into Latin, it actually comes out to be the word assemble, which is what Lego is all about. But this is just the first on our list, and number 23 will completely shock you. In the earliest days of Lego, the company was nowhere near what it would become, with the company facing countless problems and financial issues to product direction. Originally, they didn't make Lego like we know today, instead opting to make wooden toys. And a lot of these wooden toys were not that great. All of this started in 1932, and of course only 5 years later, the entire world would be thrown into a true economic disaster. Due to how expensive the price of wood became during the time period, Lego decided it was in their best interest to start manufacturing toys out of plastic. And this stayed in place at Lego for decades. It was not until the late 1940s and early 1950s that Lego began to produce Lego bricks that at the time were called automatic binding bricks. But where did Lego get this idea from? Well, the idea actually came from the British-based company known as Kittycraft, who created very similar products around the same time as Lego began to produce theirs. But if that was the case, then why did Lego stand out above Kittycraft? Well, it was all thanks to their connection philosophy known as clutch together. By utilizing the Lego brick stud with the almost tube-like connection beneath, Lego had accidentally created an architectural dream with this stud and tube design. Not only does this make Lego buildings surprisingly sturdy, but it also keeps the bricks connected together perfectly. But there was one huge problem with this. Lego was made out of a pretty horrendous plastic. In the early 1960s, Lego had to act fast in order to change away from their very low quality plastic, known as cellulose actate plastic. Luckily though, around the same time, there was a new and far better quality plastic out there called ABS plastic, which Lego very quickly picked up. Regardless of this newfound quality, however, ABS plastic was a bit restricted on what colors it could be, with it only coming in red, yellow, white, blue, and black. This led to most of the earliest sets of Lego relying heavily on children's imagination, and this very imagination is what got Lego cancelled, but more on that later in this video. For now though, everyone can agree that if there was one thing Lego has always been good at, is convincing children around the world to use their imagination, and this is seen massively with their minifigures, being able to find a minifigure for just about every situation. But this was not always the case. Back in 1978, when the minifigure was first introduced, they had a bit of a lifeless expression and an electric yellow skin. This was intended to represent neutral ethnicity and allow children to imagine these minifigures in any situation they wanted to. Unfortunately though, these minifigures are a bit lost in time and tough to find nowadays despite being made countless times. And this is something that particularly in recent years has become a pretty big deal for Lego. Lego has been making countless sets that are limited edition sets. Generally, these limited edition Lego sets are pretty cool, such as the Lego Ideas 123 Sesame Street. The problem is that these sets have become a huge point of debate for Lego fans, particularly due to the massive resale markets for these sets now. Either way, whether you like the reselling of Lego or not, you cannot deny that these sets are pretty awesome. And with the way Lego has been making sets nowadays, who knows what Lego could release next? Perhaps the strangest set they have ever released, however, is the Lego Our World map. Not only is the Lego set truly massive, with it containing over 11,000 pieces, it is actually the biggest Lego set ever released. And my personal favorite part about this set is the different ways you can design and build the map based on where you live in the world. And it is very surprising that Lego released this set, as their biggest controversy ever involved the very world that they turned into Lego. But let's not get ahead of ourselves too much yet. So with the Lego world map out of the way, what is next for Lego? A map of the galaxy maybe? Well, actually, this is already sort of a thing. You see, back in 2011, Lego and NASA collaborated to send Lego models onto the space shuttle Endeavour as a way to promote STEM education to children. In space? I guess. I really do not understand why aliens need Lego. Like, seriously, just let me have it, not the aliens. Lego has some pretty successful partnerships throughout their history, but perhaps the most iconic of all time is Lego Star Wars. But did you know that this collaboration is so popular that it has actually become the most successful successful licensed themes in LEGO history. Not only that, but it's become the most successful toy collaborations of all time. And all of this began only 25 years ago in 1999. We will definitely see even more collaborations from LEGO going forward. Did you know that LEGO sets often contain hidden little Easter eggs? Well, I searched far and wide for some of the most interesting Easter eggs within LEGO, starting with this awesome hidden Han Solo in the UCS Millennium Falcon. In this hidden compartment, you can find Han Solo and Carbonite hiding away. But this is only one of the many Easter eggs I have found, as this next one is the red 2x4 brick. The Creator Expert Modular Building series of sets are some of the most beloved LEGO creations in history, and to pay homage to the LEGO sets that paved the way for them, all of these modular builds contain a red 2x4 brick as a small nod to LEGO's classic design. And the classic design has been found everywhere from Disney, all the way up to the re-edition of LEGO's biggest controversy ever. But for now, who does not love Disney? The company that has brought us everything from iconic theme parks all the way up to LEGO being able to bring the magic from the screen into LEGO. One of these sets is the LEGO Disney Elsa's Castle set, a set based on the iconic Disney castle from Frozen. But did you know that there was a hidden little feature in this set that pays true homage to the Disney movie it comes from? If you look just close enough at this white tile arrangement, you can see a small little hidden Mickey Mouse. This is of course in reference to the hidden Mickeys that you can find all around Walt Disney World, and is a nice little tribute to include in the set. All of these Easter eggs so far mean something. However, this is not the case for the next secret. In the architectural series of LEGO, you can find some of the most iconic buildings from our world transformed into LEGO. But one of the most forgettable is definitely the Guggenheim Museum, but it features a weird building technique. There is a minifigure's head inside of the Guggenheim. This is not weird, right? Well, it only gets weirder since once you have finished the museum, you can't even see it anymore. LEGO's design is truly one of a kind, and this is largely thanks to their incredibly strict design fundamentals. And these are actually so strict that misprinted LEGO blocks, minifigures, and decals are actually destroyed by LEGO. This has led to a huge resale market for rare and misprinted LEGO blocks and details, with these being highly sought after and more often than not, selling for a lot of money. And LEGO clearly cares a lot about their money, as their biggest controversy ever was entirely for selfish means. And this controversy started over 70 years ago. But first, there was another secret from the 50s you do not know. Back in 1950s, LEGO were trying to come up with both the most cost-effective and practical block for their upcoming automatic binding bricks. And so they created prototype bricks. These bricks were made with various types of material, including different kinds of plastic, various types of wood, and even some were made of near solid metal. These were all used to get a good baseline for LEGO's product line, and they can actually still be found out and about in the wild. They are just incredibly expensive. And after LEGO did settle on using plastic, they had to come up with the best possible way to create their brand new binding blocks. In order to do this, they would need to make an investment, and so they decided to purchase the injecting molding machine. This machine, along with the molds, can now be seen at the LEGO house in Bill in Denmark, and selling these molds online is actually a criminal offense in Denmark. But it is not like LEGO to care about breaking the law, as their biggest controversy ever was a huge violation of global law. Wait for number 23 to find out more. There are a couple of video games that have brought together countless franchises into one. Games like Fortnite, Call of Duty, and more. But one game that people often forget about is LEGO Dimensions. The LEGO video game was a toys to life game very similar to Skylanders, Disney Infinity, or games like those. The game was actually kind of successful and featured collaborations with characters from franchises such as The Simpsons, Doctor Who, and Ghostbusters, as well as many more. Did you know that there was a such thing as competitive LEGO building? This is something not only the most diehard of LEGO fans know, and it actually comes in various styles. There is first the fastest to build a LEGO set, with people actually holding Guinness World Records for being the fastest to build certain sets, like the world map. There are also challenges like building the largest tower ever, a record currently held by a group in Milan who built a LEGO tower in 2015 that was over 114 feet tall. LEGO has had countless TV shows based on their iconic toy, but did you know that there was one LEGO show unlike any others? LEGO Masters is a LEGO reality show hosted by Will Arnett, the voice of LEGO Batman in the LEGO movie, and features multiple partners going head to head against each other to build the biggest, best, and most technically impressive have. Each season of this show just builds upon the other, and I would strongly suggest that all you guys go check it out. All of these people get the opportunity to design an official LEGO set when they win, and be formally recognized as one of the most exclusive LEGO titles in the world. LEGO Certified Professionals. This is an elite group of LEGO builders who have been officially recognized and certified by LEGO as master builders. However, if you do not think you have it in you to be recognized by LEGO, then you can instead share your amazing builds to fans of LEGO all around the world through LEGO Ideas. However, LEGO Ideas has been a bit of a polarizing site between the fans, with some fan favorite ideas never seeing the light of day, despite getting over 10,000 votes from LEGO fans. Some people even say that this should be up to 100,000 votes to try to reduce the amount of rejections people receive through LEGO Ideas. And finally, the moment you have all been waiting for, LEGO's biggest controversy. For the most part, LEGO does their best to avoid controversy, but one thing that people always seem to forget is that LEGO can actually be awful for the environment. And perhaps the most controversial moment was when they collaborated with Shell Garage, you know, the oil drilling company. This was super controversial for LEGO, and so when Greenpeace got a hold of this, people were outraged. Greenpeace released a parody of Everything is Awesome, showing Shell Garage drills polluting the environment and killing polar bears. This was of course massively controversial and almost got LEGO cancelled. Thankfully, LEGO stopped their partnership with Shell and everyone moved on for now. In the LEGO Ninjago City Market set, there is a toilet in one of the rooms that can actually be flushed like a real potty. And no, this doesn't mean go out and do your business in the toilet. Although a full-size LEGO toilet would be cool, the flushing toilet can be found at Shushimi's Sushi Bar. Users can flush this mini LEGO toilet, which sends brown studs through a full-on flushing pipe system, which then dispenses poop from the pipes. I mean, it literally poops bricks. Before our next one, in 2008, LEGO released an Indiana Jones set that actually has as a sneak reference to another popular series, which had been a huge part of the LEGO franchise. There's a sticker placed right in the middle of the building which shows the Star Wars character C-3PO, as well as R2-D2. Now, this sticker is a shout out to the director George Lucas, who created both the Star Wars and Indiana Jones movie series. But even crazier, the sticker is also included on the temple in the actual movie itself, which makes the set even more realistic and interesting. Sometimes LEGO figures make appearances in multiple sets over the years, with many of these being LEGO's way of sneakily hiding these figures as Easter eggs. One of the best examples of this comes from the 2022 LEGO City Hospital set. This fan favorite LEGO set came packaged with 813 pieces and 13 different minifigures. However, fans of LEGO stunts may have noticed a familiar figure within the set, because one of the patients getting treated at the hospital is actually Wallop, the driver from the demolition stunt LEGO set. Interestingly, it seems he also crashed his original bike, because in the set, the bike is blue as opposed to the usual yellow. LEGO thought they could slip that in. Nexo Knights was a popular LEGO set series which put out some great items back in 2016 through 2018. They put out over 40 sets, and they all had a unique mix of fantasy and sci-fi themes. Some of these sets were absolutely beast, but within all of this was a hidden Easter egg that nobody really knows about. Because hidden all over these sets were references to other LEGO sets, even decades old. The 4 Trek set contains a classic reference, with the front gate having 2 numbers written on it, 375 and 6075. And these numbers are actually a nod to one of the very first LEGO sets, the 1978 Yellow Castle. It's cool to see LEGO bring attention to some of their old sets for nostalgia. This LEGO Airport Marvel set has become one of the most popular LEGO sets of the Marvel series, and includes many of the most important characters, cool models, and of course, some crazy Easter eggs. The coolest Easter eggs are shown on the stickers that are placed on the items being transported. There are 3 different suitcases in this set, and the first one references Sokovia, which is where the final battle took place in Marvel Avengers Age of Ultron. The second suitcase has BLL, which is a reference to the Billund Airport where LEGO was founded. And finally, the third says Wakanda, which of course is the famous city from Marvel's Black Panther, and that I thought was pretty pretty cool. At over 3 foot tall when completely built, the LEGO Saturn V is one of the most impressive LEGO sets to this day. But not only is it awesome, it also has an Easter egg that many of you definitely missed, even though it was right in front of us the entire time. You see, this set includes 1969 pieces, and for those who didn't know, 1969 was actually the year of the first manned mission to the moon, which was also accomplished by the Saturn V rocket ship. Yeah, they thought they could just sneak that in. But the LEGO Mario question mark box is a mystery in itself. Within the giant cube is an entire Mario world, featuring some of Mario's most notable levels from games. The set is true to life and includes all the details of the real Mario castle, making it a fan favorite. But the biggest secret in this set cannot be found in any of the instruction pictures. On the front of the box there is a hidden compartment which slides up to reveal a mini Bowser. Even cooler, if you press down on the Bowser, another secret compartment opens up, which is the final stage of the showdown between Mario and Bowser. Yeah, that's crazy. The LEGO Office set based off the TV show is a true fan favorite, but inside of it, it's secret like no other. First off, if you look into this little cabinet here, there's a random cat hiding inside of it. And over here we have the famous stapler and Jello. And under the desk in this room is, well, a piece of poop. They really recreated the TV show to the finest of detail, including this pile of poop. This Walt Disney camera is a simple yet amazing design by LEGO, with cool features such as a rotable crank, removable lens, and much more. It really does look like a real camera. However, you cannot actually film with it, which sucks. The real secret is hidden inside of the little compartment where if you flip the scope down and open the door, a full-on animation studio is inside. Of course, they had to throw in Mickey Mouse to fit the Disney theme, but overall, this is a really cool Easter egg. Now, the LEGO Pac-Man set is not only cool because it looks just like the game does in an arcade machine, but it also has some insane features you didn't know about. For example, pressing on the power button actually lights up the coin slot like a real arcade machine. But did you know that if you open the setup from the front, there is actually a secret gamer inside playing? Hey man, hope all is well in there. The BrickedUp sets have become super popular over the years from LEGO, but let me tell ya, they're actually super creepy, because inside of the giant Homer head, which is made up of 78 pieces, are 2 different Easter eggs. The first one is this tiny pink brick, which is supposed to be a roast towards Homer having a small brain. You know, no ridges or lumps or valleys or bumps. Anyways, the second is inside of his belly where you will find a bunch of donuts. You know, Homer's favorite. But let's switch it up a bit here, because this next secret Easter egg comes from the LEGO video game, Jurassic World. So back when this set dropped, fans had no idea that the LEGO Back to the Future set would be coming next year. So in one of the very first levels of the game, when you're exploring through Jurassic Park, you can see someone digging up a DeLorean license plate, which of course is the car used in the Back to the Future movies. They really thought they were slick with that one. Speaking of video games, when Nintendo collabed with LEGO to create the sick NES set, fans jumped all over it. I mean, it looks just like the real thing, and it even displays Mario on the screen. But what you didn't know is there is actually this removable panel on the back of the console. Look very closely, and you might recognize this as being the exact layout of the 1-2 level from the original Mario video game. That's pretty sick. Now, this cabin may look like an ordinary cabin, but boy is this thing packed with some hidden features. First off, in the attic of this set, there was a lone spider just sitting there waiting to attack its prey. But if this thing comes near me, I'm knocking it out. In the back of the cabin, there is a neat little setup which looks to be an outdoor shower or something. But the biggest secret of this set is the bricks on the front of the house. Believe it or not, these bricks were not actually bricks, but they are a bunch of Thor's hammers. I don't know why Thor's hammers are just chilling here, but that's pretty cool. While plastic blasters have made their ways into many different LEGO sets, there is one set in particular that takes the cake for its cleverness. In 2008 Indiana Jones River Chaser set, you might notice the gas can located in the back of the vehicle. Well, the handle of this canister is actually a revolver. Yeah, might not be the best idea to mix with gasoline, but hey, it's pretty unique. The LEGO Star Wars Poe Dameron's X-Wing fighter may not look like anything out of the usual, but when you flip this bad boy around, you'll see the engines sticking out of the back are the same orange color as the body of the ship. And believe it or not, the creator of this set actually used an already existing LEGO carrot figure in place of the engine, so he wouldn't have to make a brand new piece. I can't lie, LEGO, that's like 1,000 IQ. Super smart. Now this next secret is going to make you say, how did I not even notice this? But it is in fact one of the most famous LEGO secrets in history. In 2011, LEGO dropped the Alpha Team set, which is a fantasy fighting world, but the set has a main villain in it, whose name is Ogle. And well, what does Ogle spell backwards? Yeah, that's right, Lego. Such an easy but tough to see secret that LEGO surely snuck in there. Alright guys, now we're in the top 3. So to start things off, did you know that you can trigger a secret bubble bath party in the LEGO Star Wars video game? You heard me right, and while I'm still trying to figure out the meaning of this one, it's actually so hidden that the founders stumbled upon it by mistake. You see, in this one level of the game, you will find these 2 water fountains which contain coins inside of them. Take out both of these puppies and you'll be left with a fountain of bubbles and a dancing drone. I don't know about you guys, but this actually looks pretty comforting. Not only is this mansion extremely spooky to look at, but it also has some hidden features that will give you goosebumps. We have a brick-built organ with the head of Sphinx over the organ from the Adventure set, and a painting of Baron von Baron, who is also a part of the LEGO Adventure set. But the coolest Easter egg in this one is the Haunted Tower ride, which is supposed to represent the Tower of Terror ride from the Disney World in Florida. The ride is the exact same as the set, with riders free falling from several stories and a haunted elevator. So comment if you guys have ridden that in real life. Alright guys, and at number 1, we have the LEGO Supercars, which actually became popular over the years, turning the top vehicles into bricked form. However, you probably didn't notice the license plate all have specific numbers and letters on them. While these may seem randomly generated license plate numbers, the numbers on these plates actually refer to the model number, while the letters are the initials of the original creator of the set. So LEGO is basically secretly giving these guys the credit they deserve. We have this Back to the Future time machine set, which has an insane hidden Easter egg that references the entire LEGO history. After building the DeLorean, you may notice that there are 2 different times on the dashboard of the car. One says January 28th, 1958, while the other says October 26th, 1985. Coincidentally, January 28th is the exact year and date that the first ever LEGO was invented. This is super cool because not only did they include the day LEGO was founded, but also kept the Back to the Future theme. As for the other date, October 26th is actually the most important date in the film Back to the Future. If you have seen the movie, you might know that this was the date in which Doc Brown successfully tested the capabilities of the DeLorean. Well, I guess LEGO definitely knows their dates. This next one seems super obvious, but it's actually one of the biggest secrets in LEGO history. See, in 2001, LEGO dropped the Alpha Team set, a super cool set based on a fantasy world of fighting. But inside of the set is the main villain, who is named Ogle. Does this seem familiar to you? Well, spell Ogle backwards and you have the word LEGO. This is awesome because LEGO actually put a reference to the company themselves with a clever name for their character. Up next, we have a very hidden Easter egg which actually references Shawshank Redemption. You see, in this LEGO video game, there's a character which goes by the name Blue. He later mentions that he isn't a free man. Does this seem similar to the famous Morgan Freeman line in Shawshank Redemption? Seems like an Easter egg to me. But this next secret is so hidden it was discovered by mistake. In the hit video game LEGO Dimensions, there is a secret Easter egg which leads to the iconic movie scene. See, in the Ghostbusters story mode level of the game, there is a secret portal which players can enter. The portal brings the player to a giant ship, which may seem familiar to that of the Titanic. Not only is it a reference to the Titanic ship, but in the front of the boat, there are 2 skeletons holding each other, in the exact same way of the Titanic movie. Up next, we have another hidden code within a LEGO set. In the Pixar Cars 2011 Spyjet set, the plane has the letters A113 written on the tail of it. But what exactly does this mean? Well, cool enough, this is actually a double Easter egg. See, in every Pixar animated movie, they include letters A113 somewhere hidden in the film. This is actually a reference to the classroom A113 in the California Institute of Arts, or CalArts for short, which is where many Pixarians got their filmmaking start. Because of the history of this school, the number has become a staple in all of their movies, and LEGO decided to hop on it as well. When Nintendo and LEGO teamed up for a collab, they created a masterpiece of a set. The LEGO NES set features an entire television, gaming console, and displays Mario on the screen. However, the real secret is only visible during construction. Under the hood on the right side of the console, it shows the exact layout of Mario Level 1-2. Because this set is centered around Mario, we can conclude that this was exactly what LEGO was going for. But don't forget about Mario just yet, because he yet again makes another secret appearance here. In the game LEGO City Undercover, if you leave the city, city area, you will stumble upon a hidden castle. Complete all the parkour and climb to the flag. When the player goes down the flag, it literally turns into a Super Mario flag. That's not the only Mario Easter egg in this game, because on top of the bridge, there is a wiggler walking back and forth. At this point, just drop the official LEGO Mario game. Next up is the Sonic the Hedgehog LEGO set, and boy did LEGO show their attention to details. In fact, upon creating this set, LEGO designer Sam Johnson said, "We have designed this set to be just as colorful and fun as the in-game version of the Green Hill Zone, then filled it with lots of Easter eggs and even prizes to help fans enjoy some of their most beloved gaming icons in a brand new way." This set has many different stickers included with it, and fans notice the stickers have hidden meanings. The words VIV refer to the name of the fan who made the set. LCK are the initials of the designer, and the name Sam references the name of this set's designer from LEGO. Nice of LEGO to give some credit. But this next one is just kinda weird. In the LEGO Batman video game character grid, there's a hidden but pretty simple Easter egg. If you hover over any of the players, they will actually sing their own version of the Batman theme song. Yeah, that's crazy. But just like the previous one, this next Easter egg will make characters sing out loud. In the LEGO Star Wars video game, you can stumble upon an entire group of droids just playing some casual music. That is until Darth Maul walks into the room, and then they just get scared. But to be honest, I'd be scared if Darth Maul walked in like that too. Anyways, the Mos Eisley spaceport in the second LEGO Star Wars video game is arguably the most interesting level of all time. But I bet you didn't know that amongst all the action and fun, there's a little hidden Easter egg that is just shocking. Just before reaching the Imperial Spy boss fight, players will enter a movie theater which supposedly shows a LEGO Star Wars movie. Great way to advertise your movie, LEGO. But this next one is even crazier, because in the LEGO Indiana Jones game, there's actually a reference to another movie. During the game, Indiana Jones enters a mysterious temple, where he then runs into a super creepy shadow, which if you've ever seen Star Wars, you'd recognize as Darth Vader. But oddly enough, the shadowed figure unveils himself and it ends up being a temple guard. Definitely a teaser. The A-frame cabin LEGO set is one of the most detailed sets in the game. With plenty of cool features and sleek design, it's become a fan favorite for sure. But it actually has some hidden Easter eggs which reference other LEGO sets. See, on the ground floor of the cabin there is a typewriter, which directly references the LEGO typewriter set. On the second floor bedroom, another reference can be found. This tiny tree clearly is a nod of the LEGO treehouse set. Guess they gotta promote it somehow. Well, this next one is really creepy. This is the Homer Simpson brick head set, which was released in 2018, along with the Krusty Clown. Homer's head is made out of 78 LEGO pieces and contain two fun Easter eggs which cannot be seen from outside. The first is Homer has a tiny pink brain, which as we all know definitely represents Homer. Not only that, but the figure also has a removable belly filled with donuts, Homer's favorite food. Here's another one that can only be seen when building the set itself. In the Koenigsegg Speed Champions car set, there are so many pieces, but that is because LEGO wanted to slip some fun into the mix. Well, pretty early on in the building process, you are asked to build together a bunch of blue and yellow bricks. When that part is complete, you are staring right at a Swedish flag. This was added to commemorate Sweden for making the Koenigsegg car brand. But this next one is probably the sneakiest one yet. In LEGO Marvel Superheroes, there is a secret Deadpool cameo, but of course, you have to earn it. See, LEGO wanted to make sure only real Deadpool fans saw this one. They didn't want to encourage the young audience to watch the movie. In one of the levels, when the Green Goblin explodes this elevator, we see a short glimpse of what appears to be Deadpool falling on the screen. I bet you never saw this next one though. The LEGO Marvel Airport Battle set has become a fan favorite over the years, and it also has some hidden fun installed within. The most notable Easter egg comes from the suitcases on the transportation platform. The three suitcases all have unique references. One is a nod to Sokovia, the city from Avengers Age of Ultron. Another says BLL, which is a reference to the Billund Airport where LEGO was actually founded. Finally, the third says Wakanda, which you are probably familiar with as the fictional city from Marvel's Black Panther. But we had to get creepy again, because this next one will give you nightmares. It's pretty simple, but in the LEGO Marvel Avengers, players can fly over to the Statue of Liberty, where it will actually wink at you. Nobody knows why this happens, but if anyone has any ideas of what it references, let us know in the comments. And this next one is super cool because it actually previewed the next set LEGO was going to drop. drop. In LEGO Batman 3, after beating the game, if you decided to sit through the credits, you may have noticed a dinosaur pops up on the screen. This was super clever and actually teased the next LEGO game, which of course was LEGO Jurassic Park. This Ghostbusters LEGO set is a true classic. Released in 2016, it was shortly discontinued, making it one of the most rare sets to have. But those who do have it are able to find a really strange Easter egg in the process. See, the builders of this set included a map which shows the exact location of the firehouse in Manhattan. They also added a dartboard showing real scores. But the most impressive Easter egg is the arcade machine, which shows the Marshmallow Man, a truly iconic character to the franchise. LEGO supercar sets have become popular over the years, but some of you may have noticed these vehicles actually have their own license plates with odd numbers on them. See, the numbers on the license plates refer to the set number, while the letters are the initials of the set designer. Way to give people credit, LEGO. In LEGO Batman 3 though, there's a secret Easter egg that almost nobody has ever seen. In the post-credit scene of the game, after a strange portal loads, all the Batman characters start running away, because a bunch of random characters come through the portal. But when the characters are revealed, they're actually a bunch of figures from the hit DC movies. Cool collab for sure. Lou Ferrigno acted as Hulk in the first ever Hulk movie. Well, kindly enough, LEGO decided to give him some credit when they made the LEGO Avengers game. The 2016 Avengers game features a scene where the players talk to an NPC whose name is Lou. It's really cool that LEGO gave him credit because it shows that they really care about their collabs. But I guess they weren't as respectful with Star Wars, because when the new LEGO Star Wars game was released, it had tons of references to the previous one. One of the coolest features was that you can make the chairs dance by using the Force. That was included in the 2023 game as well. Not only that, but the old game showed a funny scene of the stormtroopers taking a break in the hot tub. And sure enough, they brought that one back as well. Behind this secret door, you'll see LEGO stormtroopers just chilling. Hey, sometimes we all need a little break. This final Easter egg was actually known worldwide and became a competition between many LEGO enthusiasts. LEGO designer Fiorella Groves put up a challenge to the world when she shared that a secret Easter egg was hidden within the LEGO map she designed. However, detectives were quick to uncover an interview from Fiorella where she mentions growing up in Hong Kong. Thus, people were able to spot something interesting off the coast of Japan on the map. Although it's super hard to see, a little color correction shows that on the map are two Chinese characters, Li and Z, which means plum tree. The LEGO Garage. LEGO during its first couple of sets were far less focused on the mainline media and instead wanted to give kids the ability to build things that they could find around them. This is where the LEGO Garage came in, a tiny set only consisting of 69 pieces, with most of them just being white building blocks. I mean, it didn't even have a car. However, this set was the first official LEGO set and started the company off with a bang. It caused the company to start moving away from the toys they had been manufacturing and instead focusing all their energy into these building blocks. However, the reason this set did not come with a car is because at the time, LEGO was manufacturing toy cars similar to Hot Wheels. LEGO was actually intended to be an addition for the toy cars they were releasing. However, LEGO began to see that their building block products were actually becoming much more popular than their toy cars. However, the LEGO executives were reluctant to entirely move away at this point. Following this garage set, we begin to get things like the Esso gas station, the small store, and house. And then in 1957, LEGO had their first ever licensed set. The VW Auto Showroom is what began it all. LEGO had been approached by Volkswagen after the success of their plastic toy cars. Although no longer the focus of LEGO, they were still producing some plastic toy cars, and so VW approached them with an opportunity to combine both the toy cars as well as their LEGO to make a powerful partnership between VW and LEGO. This set began the licensing trend for LEGO, which is something they now try to do with most of their sets. And from here, LEGO would turn their focus towards making vehicle sets with LEGO planes, trains, cars, gears, and wheels. Wait, wheels? Wheels were arguably the biggest thing LEGO ever made, with them technically being the largest tire manufacturer in the world in 1962. Although their tires were not for actual cars. LEGO were doing it all and were making so much money in the process. By 1958, LEGO had patented the brick design that we all know today, and as such, they began to focus more of their effort into LEGO as they transitioned away from the wooden toys. And LEGO got one big final push in the end, when one of their warehouses was struck by a devastating fire that removed almost all of their remaining wooden toys. Yeah, I mean, that's almost as devastating as you not subscribing. Psst, this is the part where you subscribe. With their inventory destroyed, Godthread, the CEO of LEGO, decided that the plastic line of toys was now strong enough to abandon their wooden toy line. While LEGO expanded throughout Europe, they were still struggling to breach their way into North America, and so they made an arrangement with an American suitcase manufacturer, Samsonite, in order to get their products in the States. And LEGO wanted to continue their focus on kids. On June 7th, 1968, LEGO opened their first ever Legoland park in Billund, Denmark. The park had elaborate LEGO builds of miniature towns and attracted 625,000 visitors in its opening year, which was impressive for a theme park in Europe. Yet another innovation came in 1969 when LEGO introduced their infant line of products, Duplo. They really had something for everyone at this point, and going into the 70s, they were going to blow up massively. LEGO actually hit its golden age in the 70s and 80s, in 1973 when its logo changing to what we know today, and their fundamentals evolved alongside with them massively. LEGO stock skyrocketed, but they were also making better sets for the fans of LEGO, with them rapidly growing a cult following. Then along came a man known as Kurt Christensen, who revolutionized LEGO, introducing a new design fundamental known as the system within a system. System within a system is largely the reason LEGO is still so big nowadays. The system within a system fundamental essentially cosplay themes, with LEGO focusing on different topics such as their iconic space theme, which became an overnight success, all thanks to the success of the space race. The space theme was a combination of 3 sets, each of them being a huge overhaul and step up above anything LEGO had ever made up to this point. And it all began with the Space Cruiser, a huge modernization of the iconic toy cars that made LEGO popular. But the main thing that came out of this set that made it even more iconic was a certain little yellow minifigure, the Spaceman. Designed by Jens Knudsen, the LEGO minifigure was first appeared in the castle, space, and town sets. The idea behind the minifigure was to have the character that could fit into any LEGO set, and so Jens made sure that the torso's legs and arms were interchangeable with other LEGO minifigures. As these were all separate pieces, the LEGO company needed to put a blank face on each of them that would fit into any theme, and so they went for 2 solid black eyes and a smile painted in black. LEGO had actually done this to avoid any gender or racial components, allowing those factors to be determined by the child's imagination and play. In 1975, LEGO introduced their Expert Builder series. LEGO sets that were tailored directly to adults. However, in 1977, they would change this to Technic. LEGO sets featuring moving parts such as gears, axles, levers, and joints, allowing LEGO sets to be far more realistic models of cars, planes, trucks, and anything else, all in an attempt to appeal to an older demographic. And all of these design changes and fundamentals continue to evolve and change even into the 80s. Eldorado Fortress, King's Castle, and so on. Countless sets from Deep Space to the 7 Seas that just kept building and innovating on each other. Much like a LEGO set keeps building up until you finally finish. But unfortunately, LEGO was approaching 50 years old, and they had the same designers throughout the entire history. Things were about to go terribly. The 90s was a horrendous decade for LEGO. They continued to expand on their existing themes, but also began to expand their licensing deals with different companies. By the 1990s, LEGO were actually creating more and more Technic sets, and these were also becoming very popular. However, LEGO's profits were declining. The LEGO group had retired a lot of designers that made the brand so popular, and were trying to bring in the new innovators to the scene straight out of design colleagues. However, these new faces did not know enough about design, let alone LEGO design fundamentals and such. LEGO were forced to change their design direction. LEGO began to focus on sets with less building time and more playability, and this was becoming immensely problematic for the existing fan base of LEGO who felt the construction was the best part of LEGO. By 1998, LEGO had their first ever yearly loss, losing $23 million, while also laying off 1,000 employees to try and survive the immense financial loss. The change in the design team is largely to blame for this, as the quality of LEGO began to dwindle. Things had to change in 1999. LEGO products began to feature licensed intellectual property for the first time. This essentially means that LEGO were now making and producing sets that were not designed in-house. Things like LEGO Star Wars and Winnie the Pooh Duplo were the first sets to come along like this. In 2000, LEGO also began to make LEGO Harry Potter and minifigures from Steven Spielberg movies. The first ever LEGO Star Wars set, Model 7140, an X-Wing fighter, began the LEGO Star Wars line, while LEGO Harry Potter began with Model 4701, the Sorting Hat. Also at this time, when LEGO introduced a huge design philosophy that is arguably the most famous LEGO principle ever made. Toy guns were heavily debated in the LEGO concept lab. Soren Holm, the leader of this lab, said that by the time they released LEGO Star Wars, the company was far less afraid of showing conflict. However, Mr. Larson, the North American executive of LEGO, suggested making violence not explicit, but humoristic. And all of these changes were helping the company stay afloat. Licensed properties provided short-term relief for LEGO. However, these sets, while popular, had a very short shelf life as sales would dwindle following the opening weeks of these blockbuster IPs. And on top of this, LEGO also had to pay for the license fees for all of these products. And while LEGO hype was at an all-time low, it was genuinely a horrible time for work at LEGO as the company was really struggling to stay afloat. They made some changes between 2002 and 2005, introducing characters that were based on real people, such as Lando Calrissian, the first ever licensed character, as well as the basketball sets which included real players at the time. It also marketed the first time LEGO ever changed the skin color of their characters to match the character they were a likeness of. But things only got worse for LEGO as in 2004, LEGO lost $174 million, with Executive Vice President of LEGO, Mads Nipper, claiming that LEGO almost had to go bankrupt. For 20 years, LEGO had made horrendous financial decisions, things like Legoland being a huge financial strain, as well as license for product costing loads. LEGO could not do it all, and so things had to change. Kurt Christensen re-signed as CEO and appointed Jurgen Nutstrop. Yeah, I definitely butchered that name. Anyways, as the company's first ever CEO that did not come from the founding family, the company sold their 4 Legoland parks to Merlin Entertainments, and all manufacturing was returned to LEGO as at this point 80% of it was outsourced. And from 2005 onwards, things would actually change drastically for LEGO. The company focused on its core product line and reintroduced Duplo in late 2004. They then moved manufacturing to Mexico and distribution to the Czech Republic. By 2007, they had reduced their staff from 9,100 to 4,200 due to outsourcing, and the company began to recover. LEGO Star Wars increased sales in the US by 32% and globally sales increased by 20%. And LEGO began to recover immensely financially. Sets were coming out left and right, as well as center, and LEGO began to restore faith in their fan base. In the 2010s would revolutionize LEGO, cementing its place for the future. In 2011, LEGO released Ninjago. Yeah, I know you guys know about that one. The first ever fully LEGO licensed set. It was a theme set like LEGO Star Wars, however they owned the intellectual property, meaning they could make all design decisions. In 2013, LEGO built factories in China to reduce manufacturing costs further. However, the company knew that in order to make money, they would have to spend money, and so they began developing the biggest PR stunt they would ever pull, the LEGO Movie. The LEGO Movie actually brought old fans back to LEGO and introduced new fans into the world of LEGO as well. It is also at the time that LEGO began to create sets directed at adults, with the LEGO Creator Set soon to become the LEGO Icon sets, which brought back the system within a system design fundamental. Sets were becoming harder to build, and LEGO were growing up with their fan base, while also making sets that appeal to younger kids too. And now, we are in 2024. With some of the most iconic sets behind us, LEGO now seems to focus on making big buildings, such as this LEGO Titanic, Lord of the Rings Barad-dûr, and much more. No one knows where LEGO's going to end up in the future, however their building journey is far from done. Hi, you're a brick. Brick on top of a brick. Now, you are part of a building. Screw it. You are the building. Pretty cool, huh? Suddenly, you're in space. Part of the Death Star. But how did we get here? A long time ago, when a man bought a store, a woodworking store, making wooden ducks. Like this duck. Old Kurt Christensen was his name. 16 years pass, his company is failing. Fuck it, let's make toys. Chicken? Nope. Car? Wooden yo-yo? Wooden tractor? These definitely won't keep my company afloat. Let's also make some step ladders. And ironing boards? Yes, this is the pinnacle of fun. We need a name. Leggot. No, that's not good. Oh, I know. Lego. Wooden toys are great, but they are way too hard to make. Let's use plastic. Global warming? I hardly know her. Anyway, let's make plastic toys. More cars. What kid does not love cars? No, not enough fun. Oof, World War II? Well, this ends the company, right? Wrong. Let's buy an injection molding machine and make ourselves the only company in Denmark with one. And let's make building blocks. Put them together and boom. Lego garage. Let's make more. An SO patrol station? A small store? Small house? No, these are all too small. Let's get bigger. Bigger SO station. Fire station? Church? These are all great, but still kind of boring. You know what is fun? Cars. I know. Let's license a car company. Volkswagen. Wait, that is genius. Volkswagen showroom. Then the Volkswagen garage. Wait, we can do more licensed sets. Nope, too complicated. Wow, and too expensive too. Let's make boats. I mean, they're just water cars. But wait, what if someone steals this design? Lawyer says, nope, our bricks, you can't have them. Hang on, Denmark is too small of a market. We need to get bigger, stronger, and better. Let's open up a sales office. 1959 Germany seems nice. Perfect. Now we can expand. But what should we make? Wheels. Yes, perfect. Wheels for cars. Because who doesn't love cars? I think I'm getting deja vu. I know. Let's not make a car. Let's make a train. Yes, that is not a car, but close enough to a car that people who like cars will like the train. This is perfect. Let's make more car parts. Let's make gears. Wait, did we just create Lego Technic? No, that name is too futuristic. We can come back to that later. You know what all the rage is now? Theme parks. Let's make one and call it Legoland. Original, right? We are still a bit stuck in Europe. We need to reach America. Let's fly over there. Shoot, I forgot my luggage. Hey, said Samsonite. Hey, said Lego. Want to team up? Okay. And boom, Lego in America. Lego is not cool anymore. The sets are becoming a bit too complex. We need something for babies. Duplo. Yeah, that sounds easy enough for a baby to say. Duplo. 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 Okay, I think I have it figured out. Our branding is still not great. Let's change our logo. We will go from this to this. I swear there is a difference. Wow, action figures are so cool. We should make a Lego action figure. Let's remove the action, give it a blank expression, and a police uniform. Boom, Lego minifigure. Maybe Lego can be for everyone. Let's make some adult Lego sets. Expert builder, we will call it. Let's make it harder. Remember those gears and wheels? Well, the wheel will become a real part of Lego Technic. The gears too, but they don't have many funny rhymes. And boom, we have the first ever Lego Technic set. A forklift. Okay, is that the best we could really come up with? Yeah, a helicopter is better too. Wait, what was that? Oh, it was Lego's 50th birthday party. Surely it is only up from here, right? Right? Well, let's not worry about that now. You know what all the hype is right now? Education, learning, you know, nerdy shit. And you know what is better than nerdy shit? Nerdy Lego shit. So boom, Lego education products. Computers are pretty big now, huh? I know. Let's make a Lego Technic computer control. Wow, we can incorporate technology into our Technic builds? We should call it technology. No, that sucks. Let's stick with just Technic. It is time to grow. Let's make products about space and pirates and medieval stuff. Let's call these themes and fill each of them with countless sets. El Dorado Fortress, King's Castle, Black Seas Barracuda, Galactic Peacekeeper. All these are great. Lego now spans from the 7 seas to space. We have the best designers ever. Oh wait, they are retiring. Surely this won't cause an immense downfall in quality, right? Right? Let's start licensing other companies and make more sets. Oh no, these are becoming very expensive to make. I know. Let's cut some cost. Legoland, gone. Veteran designers? No, they are way too expensive. Let's try something different. Video games are popular, right? Let's make Lego video games. Lego Island. Surely this game will be huge, right? Gaming economy crash? Okay, well, let's just keep trying. Lego Loco, Lego Chess, Lego Creator, flops. Lego Friends, and Lego Racers, flops. Let's just ignore the rest. Let's bring in some new designers, some fresh faces, straight out of college so we can pay them less. Wait, why is our quality declining? You mean to say cutting costs cuts the quality, and cutting the quality cuts the monies? Well, damn. I know. Let's lay off some employees. 1,000 employees gone. Surely this will help, right? Nope. 23 million Great Britain pounds lost. Ouch. Okay, so how do we recover? Let's start paying incredibly expensive license fees. Let's start with Star Wars, because who doesn't love space? Let's start small and make sure this will work. Let's make an X-Wing. Wait, what was that? Our sales numbers went up? Wait, licensing works? Let's do more. Winnie the Pooh Duplo, Lego Harry Potter, Steven Spielberg movies? These were all amazing. Perhaps Lego has been the biggest toy of the century. Oh, they just got the award for best toy of the century. What a coincidence. Wait, said Lego. What do we do about guns? Huh? Had not thought of that yet, said Lego. Screw guns, said Lego. Guns are bad, said another Lego guy. I know, said Mr. Larson, North American executive of Lego. Let's make violence funny. Wait, what? Yeah, let's not make it explicit, but humoristic. Okay, said Lego. But what does that actually mean? Who knows? Should we ask? Probably not. Surely all these sets make Lego a lot of money, right? Nope, they barely helped. They were the life raft for Lego. But with short shelf lives, dependent on the movies they were based on, they were not doing great. These minifigures do not really work for Star Wars. I know, let's make actual people. Let's start with Lando Calrissian and basketball. Wait, hang on. Is sport popular? Let's pay even more for leagues across the world, stupid amounts of money to get a fraction of it in return. Lego hockey, Lego American football, Lego soccer? Finally, minifigures that do not look yellow and boring. What was that? Whoa. Lego just lost 174 million Great Britain pounds. Maybe all this licensing is bad for Lego. Matt Sniper claims they almost went bankrupt. Oh no, this is bad. Something has to change. Out with the old and in with the new. Kurt Christensen resigns and appoints someone with the far easier to say name. Georgian Van Nunstrop. I swear that is easier to say. This is the first CEO that is not a part of the family. And with fresh blood comes fresh ideas. But first, let's get rid of some stuff. We should sell our Legoland parks and sell them to a wizard. Wait, no, sorry. It's Merlin Entertainment, not Merlin. But wait, let's change more things around. Let's bring back Duplo and move manufacturing to Mexico. We do not need 10,000 staff members. 4,200 will do. Lego Star Wars did well. Let's make even more. Wait, what was that? Oh, Lego Star Wars the video game just released? Wait. Lego video games can be good? Well, I don't know, said Lego. Let's make another and make sure. Lego Star Wars 2 releases just a year later and does very well again. Screw it, let's combine them and make another game. Damn, those did well. What happens if we try another IP? Batman. Lego Batman the video game. Wait, that did well too? Are video games coming back? Is this what financial recovery feels like? 2010 would change everything for Lego. Lego released Lego Ninjago to immense success. And this was a Lego IP, which means no license fees. Mexico is too expensive. Let's move all manufacturing to China. We are not making enough money. Let's do a collaboration with Shell Garage. Wait, what is that? Is that an ominous crowd running towards me? Oh my god, run! It's Greenpeace. Turns out that making building blocks of plastic harms the environment. Turns out that gas is also bad for the environment. Everything is not awesome. Well, what should we do about this? Nothing. Okay, moving on. We need to bring back people who grew up with Lego in the 70s. We need a big PR stunt. I know. Let's spend millions of dollars making the biggest PR stunt in history. The Lego Movie. Emmett brought in new fans and old fans and everything was awesome. See what I did there? It was a joke. About the song Everything Is Awesome with me saying everything was awesome. Get it? Did I kill the joke? Sure. Am I mad? Nope, moving on. I know. Let's keep making sets for adults. Let's make the Lego icons, including iconic builds like the Titanic, Manchester United Stadium, Roman Coliseum, and more. Like the modular builds, starting with the Cafe Corner, and including some truly iconic builds like the Jazz Club. And let's also make more vehicles like the Beetle, VW camper van, and screw it, let's make a plane, the Concorde, and buildings of paintings, and a world map? But wait, we are still missing sets. Let's make Lego icon themes, the Winter Village, a fairground, some flowers. And you know what always works for us? Licensing. But let's license smaller projects like Horizon Forbidden West, Transformers, and even video games. Let's make more Harry Potter stuff and more Star Wars stuff, and let's make a Batman movie. But it isn't a Batman movie, it is a Lego Batman movie. But wait, let's do another, Lego Movie 2. This one did not do as well. What was that? Oh wait, there was a small indie game suddenly blowing up. Fork Knife? What is a fork knife? Oh, Fortnite. Well, this won't be popular, so let's move on. Lego isn't inclusive enough. Let's make Lego Dots and Lego Braille. Wait, hang on. Fortnite is popular? They have collaborated with Marvel and Star Wars? No. That is our job. How dare they? Wait, they're making a lot of money. On a completely unrelated note, maybe we should work with them and make Lego Fortnite. Potentially the most horrendously named set in all of Lego's history. The Lego Star Wars Boba Fett Starship. Wait, that is not that badly named. Did I get this wrong? Oh wait, hang on. The name was changed to BE Boba Fett Starship. Prior to the change, this set was actually known as the Star Wars Slave 1. Do I really need to say any more? The set stirred up some huge controversy online, and lots of people were arguing that it made sense based on the Star Wars source material, but of course, everyone else pointing out that the name was controversial regardless of what it was based on. I actually preferred the name Boba Fett Starship anyway, so I do not think too many people will care about the name change for this set. But this is not the only flying vehicle on our list today, as perhaps the most well-known controversial Lego set is next. Lego has made some really awesome vehicles using Technic. We have iconic cars such as the Beetle, a Ferrari, and even some aerial vehicles too. However, there was one aerial vehicle that Lego made but for some reason was never released. The Technic Bell Boeing V-22 Osprey. This set looks awesome and would have been an amazing addition to a Lego plane lineup. However, there was one problem. Lego has a bit of a strict design principle when it comes to military stuff and how they are depicted in Lego, with Lego taking drastic measures to avoid including any military themes. When this set was first revealed to the public, people were really quite shocked. And of course, this shock sparked up some some controversy about LEGO being a teaching tool for violence by incorporating a real helicopter into their set library. As such, this set has never officially been released, although some people do claim to own one. Thankfully, LEGO was able to recognize the errors of their ways with the set before release. The same cannot be said for this next LEGO set that was officially released and people then picked up on the controversy. It seems LEGO sets based on some elements of Star Wars can be immensely controversial, whether that be through names or themes. However, you would never expect the set to be controversial because it looked too lifelike. Well, this is exactly what happened with the LEGO set Jabba's Palace. This just looks like Jabba the Hutt's palace from the original Star Wars trilogy. However, some people were quick to point out that the set was nearly identical to the Istanbul Hagia Sophia. I definitely butchered that, but yeah. Due to its similarity to the iconic building, the set was immediately labeled as an offensive stereotype for Middle Eastern culture, and the controversies just kept piling on and on until LEGO finally retired the set. Now, of course, an argument can be made as to why this set was so offensive. However, this next LEGO controversy has a really dumb backstory. Let me explain. When LEGO Friends was first coming out, most people were glad that LEGO was deliberately aiming something towards young girls. So far, most LEGO sets have been based on things like Star Wars Ninjas, stuff that just does not necessarily appeal to the female audience. So when LEGO Friends came out, people were in support of this, or at least most people were. See, there was a small percentage of the population that took one look at LEGO Friends and decided to immediately label it as a set that promoted traditional gender roles onto kids. And it kind of did, but at the end of the day, it is a toy for children, so people were able to quickly move on from this, and LEGO Friends is still quite popular even to this day. In the case of LEGO Friends, the controversy was not so severe that people could not look past it. However, that is definitely not what happened with this next set. The LEGO Indiana Jones Temple of Doom is a truly awesome looking set, featuring a minecart making its way throughout the Temple of Doom. To the normal eye, it just looks like a really cool set based on a really cool movie. However, that is not what some parts of the public felt, as some people were quick to notice an issue with this set. Or should I say two? Yes. The two minifigures that appear all the way down on the bottom right of the box caused so much controversy that LEGO almost had to pull the set entirely. People upon seeing these two minifigures felt that they were reinforcing a negative stereotype towards a different culture. As such, it was slashed for being culturally insensitive. All of this ruining a cool looking set. You can definitely argue for both sides of this controversy, as this was a conscious design choice by LEGO. But the next LEGO set was banned in the Japanese market due to a horrendous mistake. This is the LEGO BrickedUp's Valentine's Bee. Just a lovely looking bee carrying some chocolates and a flower for your loved one on Valentine's Day. LEGO doing something like this for Valentine's Day was very well received in the West. You see, in the East where there was a major flaw with this LEGO build, the name of it. When translating this set into Japanese, the people at LEGO accidentally translated this to Mitsubachi no Valentine or Honeybee's Valentine. Wait, that sounds fine. To us, maybe. However, in the East, the term honeybee is far less appropriate, and the entire controversy was a huge embarrassment for LEGO. And they had to formally apologize for this mistake while also correcting the translation. What a huge mistake, LEGO. This mistake actually did cost LEGO quite a bit of money, since they had to pull off all of these LEGO BrickHeads from store shelves. However, one mistake LEGO made actually ended up making them a lot of money. When you think of some of the weirdest LEGO sets and themes, I can imagine a couple would come to mind. LEGO The Office, LEGO Friends, and of course LEGO The Simpsons. However, did you know that before LEGO The Simpsons even released, people were calling on LEGO to stop the production? But why? Well, LEGO is of course nowadays labeled as a family-friendly company, with them taking as many steps as possible to ensure that their sets contain absolutely no adult themes. Given that the LEGO Simpsons is a TV show rooted with adult themes and actually quite a lot of controversies, people were outraged at this collaboration, and some parents even rioted against LEGO for the decision. Of course, LEGO continued with the sale, and thankfully after a couple years went by, the controversy has died down, and people can finally enjoy and respect the beautiful LEGO Simpson sets. Adult themes are always almost censored by LEGO, and that is why LEGO Simpson was a surprising addition to their roster. However, the set actually did not include any adult themes. Compared to our next LEGO controversy, LEGO The Simpsons would have been child's play. There are some things that LEGO strives to avoid whenever they produce a set: guns, drugs, and violence. However, there was one set where one of these actually managed to sneak through the cracks of LEGO's quality control. This is the LEGO Castle Medieval Market Village. To any regular fan of LEGO, this just looks like a cute little market town near a castle. However, if you take a slightly closer look, you can see what appears to be a minifigure with a drinking accessory. This is of course a big no-no at LEGO, and when people began to notice this minifigure, they blamed LEGO for promoting drinking and alcohol use to children. This of course was not the case, but as such, LEGO was slapped with a pretty huge controversy over this, so LEGO had to put up their quality control. Being family friendly can often be a bit of a detriment to LEGO, Lego, much like this minifigure was. However, things did not have to be inappropriate for Lego to receive some kind of backlash. Lego does not have many sets based on horror. This is mainly because they want to keep the philosophy of keeping things fun and family friendly. Sometimes horror topics can teeter just a little bit to those other sides, and this next Lego set, according to parents, did just that. When the Lego Monster Fighters house was released, some people thought that the set's theme of ghosts and haunted houses was way too inappropriate for younger children due to its dark and potentially scary, traumatizing nature. Okay, I have just spent about 20 minutes looking at this Lego set, and I have to say, literally none of this is scary. There are some ghosts, but otherwise this is just stupid. I really do not understand what parents would look at this and think it's too scary for my child, but I really feel bad for the kids who had parents like that. However, being protective of something is not always the worst thing, such as when Greenpeace became a bit too protective of the environment. Greenpeace is a titan within the world of protecting the environment, and when Lego announced they would be continuing their partnership with Shell, Greenpeace were not having any of it. Greenpeace fought aggressively against both Lego and Shell to prevent the collaboration, and eventually, they dealt with the final blow when they released a video titled "Everything is Not Awesome," a gut-wrenching and slightly traumatizing video that showed a polar bear losing its habitat due to Shell oil drilling. This video and relentless protests from Lego fans eventually pushed Lego to end their partnership with Shell. Now, this did not actually stop anything, since Greenpeace and Shell still battle against each other even to this day, even without Lego involved. And similarly to when they face backlash from Greenpeace, sometimes Lego just has to be named to stir up a controversy. Lego Ideas is a fan favorite website where users are able to show off their own Lego creations in the hopes of having their creation turned into an official Lego set. This seems like a dream to most fans, and of course Lego has rules. There was one Lego Ideas set, however, that stirred up quite a bit of a controversy online. The Lego Ideas 123 Sesame Street was a huge success on Lego Ideas, with it eventually becoming turned into an official Lego set. However, upon the set's release, people began to have some problems with it. Firstly, people were concerned that Sesame Street had become one of the most parodied shows in history, with many of these parodies being adult comedy, worrying parents that Sesame Street was no longer seen as a family-friendly thing. On top of this set was aimed at adult collectors as opposed to kids, so there was a bit of a disconnect between the audience of the show and the audience of Lego. And finally, while the set itself really is not that controversial, some of the humor and themes from adult parodies of Sesame Street did raise some questions about creating a set based on a brand that had been ruined by adult parodies. Of course, through all this controversy led to literally nothing. The Lego set still did very well, and fans around the world were more than happy to receive a Lego set based on such an iconic IP from their childhoods. However, this is not always how these IPs turn out. See, back in 2013, everyone was talking about the new movie known as The Lone Ranger. The movie was set to be the biggest movie since Star Wars, and Disney did so much to promote the movie, even releasing a tie-in Lego theme. The problem arises when the movie was hit with a huge amount of backlash surrounding how they presented Native Americans. As a result, the Lego sets which had already been released also faced the same backlash, with Lego eventually pulling all Lego Lone Ranger sets from production and retiring the ones that were still around. But if any of these things shocked you, subscribe.